Police in Idaho say they prevented a possible domestic terror attack over the weekend. As Catherine Herridge reports, members of the white supremacist group Patriot Front were arrested for allegedly planning a violent riot at a local Pride event.
This new video shows Idaho police swarming the U-Haul truck near a weekend Pride celebration in the town of Coeur. Jammed inside with heavy gear are alleged members of a white supremacist organization called the Patriot Front.
This was a riotous group that had prepared in advance to come downtown and disrupt either the Pride event or the Prayer in the Park event.
All wearing blue, khakis.
Those arrested wearing nearly identical clothing ranged in age from 20 to 40 and were from about a dozen states. No one was from Coeur d'Alene. Authorities recovered gear, including shields, shin guards, and a smoke grenade. A witness tipped off police after watching the group load into the U-Haul truck at a hotel and said they looked like a little army. There have been threatening calls against law enforcement ever since.
Offered death threats against myself and other members of the police department merely for doing our jobs.
Patriot Front is described by groups that monitor extremist ideology as promoting fascism and the creation of a white ethno-state. Among the 31 arrested on charges of conspiracy to riot and released on bond, Thomas Rousseau, the Patriot Front's alleged leader. The group was founded in 2017 after breaking away from a neo-Nazi organization that marched in the Charlottesville, Virginia Unite the Right rally. A group that tracks hate speech said this image shows Rousseau with the man who was later convicted on federal hate crime charges for driving his car into a crowd of protesters, killing one of them.
There are bad actors out there who want to leverage those moments and intimidate.
Given the weekend's massive arrests, two federal law enforcement officials tell CBS News they are reassessing the threats surrounding upcoming events like in Idaho. A lawyer for one of those arrested told us the defendants never had a chance to exercise their First Amendment rights, and the allegations are unproven. Errol?
Catherine Herridge, thank you. For more on this, I want to bring in the mayor of Coeur d'Alene, Jim Hammond. Jim, thanks for being with us today. How did you respond when you first heard this news? And how are you keeping residents in your part of the country calm in the wake of what could have happened there?
Well, quite frankly, it's very easy for us to remain calm. We are a loving and a kind community. We care about each other, and we intend to stay that way. Most of the people were very pleased and assured because of the fast reaction of our police department.
It only took about 10 minutes, according to local reports, for police to show up after a local citizen called saying they'd seen something suspicious, all these men getting in to a U-Haul. Looking back, what do you say about how local law enforcement handled this, and now how are you handling this incoming of threats against them?
Well, there's two things. One is that the part of the reason they were able to handle this so quickly was that they did the proper planning ahead. They wanted to make sure that they had ample personnel on hand for this kind of an event, should it occur. And secondly, and you've heard this before, if you see something, say something. And quite frankly, that's what happened here. A good citizen let us know that they had a concern, and that was very helpful in preventing any kind of a problem for us.
And so how do you use this information to move forward? Has the security posture in town changed at all? And was there anything that happened this past weekend that, I don't know, other towns and municipalities have asked you about so they can replicate this type of community response?
Well, certainly you always want to be prepared. And I didn't, but the police department did a great job of preparing for this event. But also, this reminds us that we need to continue to be mindful of everyone in terms of being respectful and being accepting of human rights, and to certainly avoid any kind of action that might be hurtful to someone.
And thankfully, local citizens took action and the police were able to intercept whatever was being planned. Mayor Jim Hammond, thanks for speaking with us today. We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you. You take care.